Hi everyone, Jessica, the Presbyterian Army wife again. Today's topic I've been struggling with for a couple weeks now. To give you a little bit of background first, I'm a Christian, and second, I was raised and still am a Seventh-Day Adventist. The reason why I've been struggling with this topic is because the SDA Seventh-Day Adventists believe about diet and health, but the last few years I'm seeing many fellow Seventh-day Adventists falling away from the diet of what it's supposed to be. And I know there's quite a few Seventh-day Adventists living 90 to 100 years or more. So I've been thinking what to do with my next video on, and I felt the impression to do this video. But I felt hesitant. I didn't want to offend anybody, but I know this video probably will. So I put it off for a while. I talked to my husband about it, prayed about it, and everything else. I feel like God was telling me to make this video, but I pretty much said a couple weeks ago, not right now, I'm not ready to do it. So, but I couldn't put it off any longer. He kept nagging me about it. So anyway, here it goes. Uh, God's original diet for us was in the Garden of Eden. Everything was vegan. All the animals were too. All the humans. It wasn't until after the flood that God let people eat meat. And then something really interesting happened after that. After the flood, people ate largely amounts of animal food. And God saw that the man were corrupt. And sorry, it's kind of hard. um, a man were corrupt, and he basically shortened their lifespan because of their sin that they ate. And he not only the clean meats, but all the non-clean meats. And then after the flood, that the humans began to decrease in height and in how long they lived too. I remember reading somewhere that Adam was about 10 feet tall, and look at us, look at our generation now. There's like 5 foot something, but it's pretty amazing. Um, Man's life dropped from 900 years to about 100 years in a few decades. So let's get a little deeper, dig deeper, and find out what God's plan is for our diet. First topic is meat. The animals are becoming more and more diseased. It will not be long until all the animal foods discarded by many besides Seventh-day Adventists. Foods are foods that are healthy in life will be prepared so that men and women will not eat meat. And that's by Ellen White. Many people do not know how bad the animals are treated before they're killed and how they are killed. I heard a quote one time that if slaughterhouses had walls, glass walls, everybody would be vegetarian. And I really believe that. Nobody knows how they're killed. All their hormones are pumped with shots, everything, and all the other things that's what to happen. Everybody should stop eating meat. It's not safe. Every so often you hear about the meat being recalled and because some kind of disease or bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli. But do you really even know how the E. coli and Salmonella got on meat? Well, it actually comes from the animal's own waste, like feces and even from other animals' waste. So the feces and everything is getting on the meat. And how many times has meat not been recalled because of this too? You don't really know. So it's not safe to eat. The next one is cheese and milk and butter. Uh, this is what Ellen White said in one of her books. is let it be taught how to prepare food without the use of milk or butter. Tell them that the time will come soon when there'll be no safety using eggs, milk, cream, cheese, or butter, because the disease in the animals is increasing in proportion with the increase of wickedness among men. The time is near because of the iniquity of the fallen race. The animal creation will groan under the diseases that curse our earth. So the next one, another topic is cheese. So cheese is one of the most addicting foods in my opinion. I know it was one of the hardest things for me to give up diet-wise. And do you really know why? It's because it's literally a drug. It, when you eat it, it creates like a morphine type effect on your body, caused by the chemicals, hormones, and also by the casein, which is the milk protein. It's really concentrated in cheese, so it makes it even worse. The next one is the milk. So you've always heard that milk does a body right. Not really. So here's why. The mother cow, if it's had their babies taken away, so you can have a glass of milk, or milk on your cereal or whatever. When the cow is milked, she has been sick, treated with antibiotics, hormones, and has been artificially inseminated repeatedly to get pregnant so she can produce milk. And also cramped in a tiny space. The average cup of milk contains 500 plus cells, which is basically infection, even though it's been pasteurized. And that's pretty disgusting. The average life for a cow grazing and enjoying life in the field is about 20 years. The average lifespan for a cow that's being used for milk is 2 to 3 years. That is a big difference. When she's done giving milk, at that time she's being hauled off to the slaughterhouse. So when you say you're vegetarian and you're still drinking milk or consuming milk, that's just like saying you still eat meat because you're still contributing to the animal slaughter and everything. I know this. I know it's very hard for some of you guys to hear, and it was for me. It actually made me pretty mad. um, and the next one is eggs. You know, when we think of eggs, we think of chickens roaming around the farm and pecking at the ground. The truth is, they're cramped in cages. They're cramped so tight they can't even spread their wings or move around. And given drugs to produce eggs. And at the um, average hen in 1958 averaged about 15 eggs per year. Now it's up to 500 more per year. That's a pretty big difference. And free range is really not any better. Instead of instead instead of cages, they're pushed into a barn. I know you've seen these long um, buildings where there's nowhere to move. They never see light. They can't even walk most of the time because they're so cramped. So you're probably thinking, what can I eat now? This is something else Ellen White said, is vegetables, fruits, and grains should compose our diet. Not an ounce of meat should enter our stomachs. The eating of flesh is unnatural. We are to return to God's original purpose in the creation of man. So my suggestion is to get rid of all dairy products, eggs, and just eat plants. There are a lot of dairy alternatives and egg alternatives. If you're going to eat soy meat, eat soy cheese, and all the other vegan alternatives, make sure you pay attention to the ingredients, because there is a lot of vegetarian meat out there that has and eggs and milk, and but even soy cheese has casein in it, which is you know, pointless. Also, it has a lot of salt. I would stay away from veggie meat if you could, because it has a lot of salt in it, and salt is not good for you. Also, keep an eye on your fat intake. Make sure it's under 10% of your daily calories. So here's a couple of Bible texts that I found dealing with diet. It's 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20 says, do you not know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you are bought with a price. So glorify God in your body. Here's 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink, whatever you do all in the glory of God. Our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit, so we as Christians must care for them carefully. Along with ample exercise, rest, you are to eat a healthful diet, and possible, and avoid unclean foods. So, and I'm really glad about this quote. I'm so thankful to God that when Adam lost his home in Eden, the Lord did not cut off the supply of fruit. So that's my video for the day. We need to get back to this diet with the Bible. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video, and God bless.